Ah, and hello and welcome back once again to another edition of Inside the Headset. It's game day, week one, game one. Last week we were in Jamboree, got that under the belt, a few kinks, got them all worked out hopefully. Haslam Street work, 6 billion behind. Could that be a topic? You never know. Clemens turning speed into power. Ex-quarterback ready to show stuff as wide out. Run-down feeling. Siegel's offense looks good, but defense unable to stop Raptors. Tom Krager, Daily News Journal. Greedy House. What else we got here, Tom? All right, let's get rid of that. Let's find it. Uneven rivalry could be a dogfight. Laverne versus Smyrna. Let's get down to the games. All right, last night Siegel went over to Ravenwood and got beat. We've already learned that. Then Laverne will be at Smyrna tonight. Overton will be over at Stewart's Creek where we were to do the Jamboree. Then Riverdale will go to Ottawa. That's down by Chattanooga. And then Ezel Harding at MTCS, Lewis County at Eagleville, Cannon County at Community. And then tomorrow, the big game, 4 o'clock, we got Clay Chalkville and Blackman, the Blaze and Clay Chalkville. And then shortly after that at 7:30, we'll have the doubleheader tomorrow, and that'll be Hoover and Oakland. So let's get into it. Let's find us a topic. Well, it's right there on the front page. It couldn't have been better. $6 billion out. What's that got to do with football, Stork? The first topic is budget and actual. Well, what are you talking about, Stork? Well, a lot of you people that have been with me Tuesday, Wednesday, half a day Wednesday, then we drove back from Purcell Farms out of Sylacauga, Alabama. We've been working on 2016 budget, the rest of 2015, where we'll finish, what the last half of the year will do, where we are, how we did in the first. And you stare over these numbers and you got to budget something, and then there's an actual. The kids, you are budgeting now. I mean, we were on a big scale. We're talking some numbers that make your mind spin, but it's good stuff. It's just the way we got to do the business. It is our business. I don't want to get into that, but you're budgeting all the time, and then there's an actual. You do it the rest of your life. A lot of people, as we refer to it, is finance, and being $6 billion off. So in other words, if you plan a certain thing and you say, oh, it's going to cost this much to do, Stork, and then, hey, cowboy, we're off. We're off. We missed the number. Why did we miss the number? Where was all that window dressing in between? You'll budget tonight. One of the things I heard on the radio last night as I was listening to some of the action going back and forth because I got in late and didn't get to make it over, you're budgeting how much water intake or how much fluids you got to get before you get out there. The problem is, once the game starts and you start exhausting all your fluids out of your body and system, you can't get it back in order to make the actual. People were cramping and not being able to go. Once you start cramping in that game, budget to actual. Once things start, kicking out of the system, then it's not going to be good, because now we're already at a certain point. We can't go backwards. Just a few minutes ago, budget and actual happened for me. I was on my way out here, got ready, popped the tailgate on the truck, and I realized, you know what? I left Tom and I left the tripod right there at the house, sitting right by the door, walked right out, all thinking about my topics and what I got to say to you. Drove back, got them, still doing the lens. We budgeted. We're going to hit the actual. It was a little window dressing in between to get to home plate or to the finish line, but we did it. So think about what you're doing. Is budgeting to actual good? Sure it is. You're going to do it the rest of your life. And you get better at it. But be conscious of it in your mind. How long does it take you to study to pass that social studies test, the science test, the chemistry test, whatever that test is, the test on the field? How long did you work in the weight room? Did you budget enough time pumping iron to get ready to make that hit tonight? We're going to see. Or tomorrow. Budget to actual happens in your life. And it's grown-ups, kids, whatever. You're planning and then you go and do it. Let's move on. Friday Night Lights don't fade for college players. Friday Night Lights don't stop burning after high school graduation. All right. Watching somebody do something difficult, yet they make it look easy. I've got two great examples, I think. First time I ever went to Las Vegas, many, many years ago, I was in the basement of a MGM hotel, and there's a guy down there that does all these magic tricks, and he's just so good at it. I mean, he could take the ball's here, the ball's not there. Can you find the shell game, the handkerchief game, whatever. I'll cut the rope and then put the rope back together. Cut the dollar, put the dollar back together. All those things he does them, and he does them so well. You're like, wow, man. Then about 5 minutes later, you know what he says? You too can do this. You too can be a part of this. I'll sell you some of this equipment, and you too can go home and work it out. Well, the only thing is, the other example would be golf. I've golfed the last couple of days because we did work in the daytime in the morning, and then so long about in the afternoon, about 1:32, we would separate, do team activities, and spend some time together that really wasn't focused on all those Excel spreadsheets and all that stuff we got to really focus on to make it happen. But it was just our time, and it was really good. I enjoyed it so much, just the fellowship and learning about things you don't learn about other people and their walks of life and what means to them and what makes them tick and what makes the motor click and run. But when you think about all that, or watching Alan Jackson cut a song, he does it, when he plays the guitar, it just looks like, oh gosh, we got a couple of guys like that in our company, Bob and Peter, and they do a real good job. We was listening to them both nights after we had dinner. But, so what's the deal on that, Stork? I mean, what are you trying to get at? Well, I don't know. There's just some people, they've practiced something so long, or they've done something so well, and when they do it, and they do it in front of you, you don't get it. Some people can make friends very easily. Some people have no problem going up and asking for something or doing something, selling a product or service, or running a route, throwing a football. I'm sure there's a lot of people say, hey, Sonny Gray. They won't be able to throw like Sonny. But, I'm just trying to say, it's a topic there that I toy with, and I've had it wrestle in my mind that there's so many things out there that you'll see people do them, demonstrate them right in front of you, and then you'll try to do it, and it don't kind of turn out like that. Why is that? It's because they've taken the time and they put a lot of effort into that. They worked really, really hard to make it look easy. They worked so hard that you just thought, man, that looks easy. I can do that same job. But then when we stick you underneath the steering wheel or we let you run the clock, that's one of the best examples I can say that's associated with Friday night. To you, the fan, there's always some bozo in the crowd that says, start the clock! You don't even have any idea what you're talking about, dude. The ref hadn't wound his hand. When the ref winds his hand, we'll go. Running play, clock runs. Pass goes incomplete or dead ball, clock stops. We had a little of that last Friday night. Clock wasn't running, stopping on running plays, aggravating me. Maybe somebody didn't know what they were doing. I don't know. Maybe they did have some difficulties. I'm gonna give them that one. But there's a lot of things in this world you're gonna watch as you go through, and you're gonna say, God, that guy made that look so easy. He just didn't fall out of bed and do it. He's been working on it, or she's been working on it, or they've been working on it. So be humble with those people if you've got that talent. If you're that good and everything, you'll notice that those that are really good, they're very humble too, and part of it. So anyway, that's enough. Let's talk about tomorrow and where we are and what's going on with Storky. Sam's coming, webmaster, hopefully, if everything works out. We've budgeted for Sam to come. Room's ready for him. He'll be coming down, hopefully. Sam is my brother, runs the website, and he takes care of all the back office mechanics, the budgets and the actuals, and making sure that we're all on target and where we are. And of course, Judy will be there, so we're going to attempt to try to run 3 views. We don't know what we'll get. Sam's not a bad video guy. He films all the time. He's picked up the craft. He's learned what it's like. He's had to budget versus actual. He's been working through video. and trying to make something look real easy. But he knows he has to work at it. I've seen a couple of his works, and he's getting a lot better. He's understanding where he needs to be on the field, camera placement, how you set up, budget versus actual, then creating a video, and then making it look real easy, making it look simple. I did a couple while I was on the road, and some of the people were watching me as I just trickled through and put all the video back in the software, add the text, move it, put the intros in, shove it out, upload it to YouTube, post it. Pretty cool. But anyway, if you see me at the game, give me a shout. We're not doing anything tonight, so let's get that straight. We're gonna hang out and get everything charged, get everything ready to go, because it's kind of schedule's been all kind of jacked up. And another thing with Riverdale, that's been my fault. I'm going to take that one all on myself. Ron and I have been texting back and forth, and we can't get our budget and actuals way off. We can't get synced up. But we're going to get on track this week. I'm not traveling this next week. I'll be around. We'll try to do all the interviews at their home schools and whatnot, talk to them, and find out what the results are. We already know the results of one, and Coach Wyan, I'm sure, will be, if he hadn't already doused over film and tried to figure out what happened last night with the Raptors. But it's just one game. I mean, we're all going to the playoffs with this new system, so it is what it is. It's kind of a jacked up system, but it's all right. All right, so let's get to it. So tomorrow, 4 o'clock. I don't know when we're going to get to the stadium, kids. I would say 2:30. I mean, we're going to get there an hour and a half early, drop and set up equipment. We got to go to the top of Floyd Stadium over at the university. We're looking forward to that. There'll be a lot of people there, a lot of friendship. Hey, if you're within driving distance, if you're in Kentucky, Bowling Green, there's nothing going on tomorrow night. It's not, I tell you what, about an hour and 10 minutes from Bowling Green, hour and 20 minutes, you'll be right here in the borough. You'll love it. Come on down. We'd love to have you. Love you to watch some of this football, because we may get it handed to us, but we're going to play the game. That's what it's all about. We're going to suit up, put our men on the field, and we welcome those other teams. Hope they have a safe travel. Hope it's all under good sportsmanship-like conduct and just hard competition and good times. So anyway, if you see me tomorrow, give me a shout. I'll be at the game. Wave at me, whatever. Say, hey, Stork, there he is. Anyway, God bless. Take care. I'm a man who truly, truly delivers. That's me, Stork. And I'll see you tomorrow night at Floyd Stadium. Yeah, good times this week. What about Krager? Got his towel on. That Krager, periscoping late Periscope. Tom's on Periscope. Tweeting, texting. John Jones sells homes. By the way, let's get something straight. This whole little deal we're doing tomorrow wouldn't be possible without a guy named John Jones. John, thanks. You do sell homes, but you took time out of your day, and I know it's time vampired you trying to keep all this stuff together, but everybody here in Rutherford County loves this game, man. We appreciate you and setting this thing up. I know it's been a hassle, but it'll go all fine. You budged it. It's bullets out of the gun. Heck, we'll go and have fun tomorrow night, see what happens. Who knows? See you, kids.